Good morning, ladies. So I'm bringing you this video. I'm going to make it quick and simple. We're going to show you a simple eye. I've had many ladies and customers come to me and say, you know, Shauna, you have all of these great palettes that are coming out. You have your cream shadows, you have your pigments, but I really don't know how to apply eye color properly. And you know what? Neither did I. Neither did I. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you started here. So the first thing I've already done is I've used some of our Divine Moisturizer this morning. Then I went and I used our Glorious Primer. Great stuff. If you want your color to last, you want to fill in those fine lines, give yourself a smooth palette to start working with. And then I have my basic brushes that I like to work with. I use a lot of cream shadow, so I like to have our cream shadow brush. It applies it just right. It's not the flat. Then I like to have a big fluffy one. This one I like to use for all of my blending. And if you happen to do the higher on the brow, this is a good one to use. I have our crease brush with, you can see the way it's shaped there. It fits right into that crease, just perfect. Works a dream. Okay, and the next one I like to use is our liner shader brush. So I can use this end for some application, and I use this one for actually applying my liner, and I'll show you that. Okay, so we're gonna get you started here right away. So the first I'm going to use is our Splurge Cream Shadow. My favorite color right now and still is the Tenacious. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to load up my brush a little bit here. And you don't need very much of this. And the nice thing about the cream shadow is you can apply as little or as much as you want. So I'm just going to go in here. Oh, look at that. Already a goof. Okay, you're going to notice I'm going to apply this to my entire lid here. Now, when I apply, I'm not swiping. I'm doing a stippling action, okay? And that actually sets in your makeup. You should do that with all of your makeup. You should never be swiping across because you're really not getting it to apply right to the skin, okay? So, that is my first. And you'll notice I'm not all fancy. This is a basic, okay? I tend to have a higher eyebrow, so I don't like to draw attention up to that area. So I don't put on a highlight, but if you were going to, you would use a lighter, like quite a light shade, and you would apply that just on the brow bone up here underneath your eyebrow, okay? But sorry, that's just not me. So the next thing I use then is today I'm going to be using our Enamored. Sorry, this was in our Kudos, but we do have other colors that are very close to this. I like to use Daring, and I also like to use Infatuated is another one that I really like to use as well. Okay, so put a little bit into the top, okay. I load up my brush, tap it off, and then I just go right in here. Okay, and you can see how the brush fits right in there. Okay. And that goes right into my crease. You can see that there, okay? I try not to get too high up. I have kind of like a little bit of a hooded lid, so I tend to try to keep my lighter colors to the inside and then my darkers on the outside. I don't worry about too much other color going on the outs until it gets a little bit darker. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to use then, and I love my Corrupted. I use it a ton for so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shader brush. I'm going to load that up a little bit, tap it off. And I will do a darker color out here on my corner and blend it in like that, okay? I go in. Okay, and depending on the time of day and the look that you're wanting, you can apply a little less or a little more. Now you always want to make sure that if you take your brush, you never want to go past, oh, this is hard. You never want to go past this point with your color, okay? You don't want color dragging down, okay? Some like to take a little bit of the lighter color if you want to draw emphasis into here. Like I said, I'm not fancy. I don't go for that part either. Okay, so then I go through and I get my blender brush. And I make sure that my color is all blended. Okay, now, what this point you can do is you can go in with one of your pencils. So you could use the Prim or the Perfect, sorry. There you can see. Okay, I don't use a pencil. I tend to find that a little too harsh for me. Okay, so what I am going to do is I tap a bit of my corrupted into the lid. I give myself a spritz of rose water. And I am making my own liner. Okay, so there we go. Mix it around. Make sure I don't have anything on my fingers here. And then I angle. Our brush is angled, if you can see. So I tend to have the longer go to the outside here. Ooh. And then I do a gradual fade off. Okay. So there you can see. I don't like the harshness, and what I like with this then, and I don't know, it's just a preference as well. And then I blend it. I just find that if I use the black liner, it's a darker black, and I tend not to need that much black. The corrupted is just a little bit off of being black, and I like that look for me. Okay, so there you go. Then you can kind of just go from there. I mean, you can add some color if you want. Like I said, if you're going for an evening look, then you might want to have a little bit more shimmer. Play with your colors. So there you go. You're going to go, your entire lid is going to be your base color. If you want, you can apply the lighter color as your highlight. You're going to go into your crease with a darker color, and then your darkest color is going to be out here. Remember, not past here as well. Then you go and you apply your liner, and of course, I'm going to finish off with some 3D mascara. I mean, really. I think that's everything that I needed to tell you guys right now. So have fun, play with your makeup, and if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Okay, bye.